Well, what is that all about? Watch to find out. Welcome back to the Hillbilly RV channel. We are here today at a veterans center. What all do you do here, actually? Yeah, they run a veterans retreat here. They've got some cabins down over the hill. They've got a camper here that they let veterans come and use while they're hunting. And we got something going on with the furnace. Sorry about the road noise. We're right beside I-77 here in southern West Virginia, but let's go get started on this furnace. All right, we're inside where it's a little bit quieter. The furnace lives right there. That's probably not going to be a really fun one to get out, so let me get the furnace out, put it out there on the table under a cover. It's gonna be nice because it's supposed to start raining, and let's see what's going on. Sounds like the fan is really out of balance. I don't want to start it back up because it's really sounds bad. I don't want to tear up anything, but just trust me, it sounds bad. So what do you think we're gonna find? Anybody got any guesses? Put them in the comments below. So yeah, let me get this sucker out of here, see what happens. All right, I got it out. Actually wasn't bad at all. I haven't looked in there yet. Let's look in there together. I don't see any Mickey Mouses. That's what I expected to see. Oh, we got a broken fan. Yep, we got about 5 or 6 blades missing out of the blower wheel, room fan, whatever you want to call it. I'm probably not gonna have one of those. Let me go see if I do. Be right back. I do have a blower wheel. It looks like it's close, so I'm gonna pull the old one out and see how close it is. So it ain't too bad for about 6 or 7 screws here, maybe. Get this cover off for the blower wheel. Yeah, for decades it was only 4 screws. Now put this little triangle brace over here, and it's got 3 screws in it all by itself. All right, see if our wires are long enough to let us get the cover out of the way. Oh yeah. I think there's a few fins missing, and there's also remnants of a Mickey Mouse. Y'all see that? Yeah, slung the guts out of him. Oh yeah. I have to try and clean that cell switch, although it is working. Go get my Allen wrenches. I think that's gonna be the right one. Let's get this old one off here. Sometimes they'll slip a metric Allen bolt in these things now. Set screw again. So you never know whether it's gonna be American or metric. We got a metric. Good thing I bought the metric Allen wrenches. Now we are going to have to go a little bit further. We're going to have to take some more of this motor mount apart so we can swing the motor out and get that fan off. We got about 3 or 4 more screws take out, I think. Alright, I think that's enough. We just got to be able to swing that motor out a little bit. There we are. There's a good look at it. I'd say old Mickey Mouse got in there. All of a sudden the furnace started and he's like, whoa, what happened? And slung the guts out of him and broke the fan. I'd already checked the pitch on the fan, make sure it was right, the diameter is right. I thought it was gonna work. There's the old one, there's the new one. I didn't realize there's probably a good 1/2 inch difference in the length. This fan is just too long. It won't fit. So I gotta order a fan. So that's gonna be it on this one until I get a fan. I'll get the fan, we'll reassemble it, test it, and we'll bring it back over and put it in. I'm just gonna plug the gas line so they can still use the camper, and we'll be back when I get some parts. Y'all have a great day. All right, I tell you what, I am excited. This I didn't think this happened anymore. You know, we're replacing this broken fan. Look what they sent me to replace it with, and it is the right size. It's metal. Can you believe that? It's metal. Let's slap that sucker in there real quick, test this furnace, and then I'm going back to the vet center and install this furnace so that people can enjoy the camper. So yeah, let's get started. I believe this might be a little bit easier to do with the furnace standing on its end. I could be wrong. Heck, I've been wrong before. You know, I do want to scrape a little bit of the mouse guts off this cell switch, just because cell switches gather dirt and dust anyway. So with the added mouse guts, probably just not a good combination. I wish that black wire was just a smidge longer. Let's just unplug that black wire for a minute. It's from the black wire on the cell switch. A pair of needle nose pliers. Yeah, it just sounds like such an easy thing. Let's just unplug that wire. And then the wire is like that. Okay, now we can get in there. All right, still got a metric set screw in it. The only difference is this fan does not have the D-shaped hole. The set screw actually makes it a D shape. So we got to get everything lined up here. Like so. All right, we can go ahead and put a couple of screws in this side over here. That will clamp our motor down, and then we can slide our fan where we need to. The only thing that makes it a little harder standing on its end is getting them screws down there where they belong without dropping them. But I just use a small magnet. Put a couple of these screws in. We put 5 of them in actually. And that way we know the motor's all mounted solid. We can get our fan put in the right place. The squirrel cage fan, blower wheel, room wheel. Different manufacturers call it different things. do believe. Suburban called it a room air blower. That's what they called it. So yeah, I couldn't believe it when I opened that box. It was actually a metal fan. I just didn't even know they did that anymore. I thought everything was plastic. So if a mouse gets in that thing now, it will, if you let it run long enough, or maybe even you're not there when it happens and it runs, it'll probably shake the furnace apart, probably destroy the furnace. Well, I know it'll destroy the furnace before it breaks that fan. Because a mouse really makes that thing out of balance. I mean, yeah, 5 or 6 fins missing makes it pretty out of balance too. But man, a whole mouse, whoo! I've heard it. I've seen it hurt before. It's pretty impressive how out of balance that'll make that fan. Hey, while I'm tightening these up, don't forget to go down in the description of this video. There's a lot of links down there, a lot of stuff going on. And there's something I'd kind of like to talk to y'all about, if you got a minute. I'm really trying to come up with an idea for to encourage people to either sign up for Patreon to help the channel out, or maybe do a membership on YouTube. All right, looks good, sounds good, smells good. Yeah, I mean, you have to treat YouTube like a business, because it takes a lot of time to do this, and it takes a lot of money. I've got subscriptions for editing software and subscriptions for several different things, stuff behind the scenes that people that don't have a YouTube channel would not really know about or anything. But I'm telling you, it is rather expensive to do a YouTube channel. So I am just looking for ways to make it more profitable. But I want to make it interesting for you all also. So what would you suggest? I mean, I'm already kind of doing behind the scenes stuff on the other channel, the Hillbilly RV Behind the Curtain. So I don't know if that's a thing, or I mean, I tried just pre-releasing videos, and that didn't have an effect. I was doing that on Patreon. Like I say, no, I have only one patron now. I had one, and he dropped off, and I picked up another one. So I've only had one patron, which helps. I'm not complaining, it helps. But we need to do more. So, any ideas? So I'm open to ideas. What would y'all be willing to pay a monthly subscription to see? I got some other things in the works too, but this is something that I'd really like to pursue. So I'm not gonna beat that dead horse. Y'all put me a comment down below. Let me know if there's anything that you would like to see and would make you willing to buy a membership, or pay some kind of monthly fee to help the channel. All right, just a few more screws. Got to put that triangle brace in, And then we're ready to take this thing out to the truck and test it. So let me get them last 3 screws in and we'll do that. But again, I just put the cover on, so spin that fan, I'm spinning it. Make sure it ain't hitting nothing. So let me get these last 3 screws in, take it on the back of the truck, test it, and then we'll wrap this video up. The final connection here. Let's see what happens. Sounds better, I know that. Look at that, buddy. Amazing. Well, you know, I got to sniff it. All right, well, if you're going to sniff your exhaust, make sure it's the correct exhaust. And if you have ever sniffed your exhaust, be sure and leave me a comment down there below and let me know what it was like. So, hey, I'm gonna take this back to the vet center and install it so the veterans can use this thing to hunt out of this weekend. And we will catch you later. Y'all have a great day. Happy Thanksgiving. This is just before Thanksgiving. And if I don't, well, I know I'll see you before Christmas. But happy Thanksgiving, everybody.